let's have fun with the Saniflo Plus. So my problem was that the pump just kept running, like you would flush it and it just kept going. So I opened it up, not that you can see in there, and I cleaned out the macerating blades and all that stuff. And then I read how maybe there could be a problem with the micro switch for the pump, that it was stuck and that's why it kept running. So a couple videos online I read. Basically I disconnected the pump, and then like they said, these two things clips, you pull them out, pull it up, left side, pull it up. So I did that, and then I stopped and I decided to make a video because in my filthy poop thingy here, it is what it is, right? Nasty as fuck. There's a whole bunch of shit, or some shit, or actual little shit, stuck on this little doppelganger thing here, and then there's a bunch of stuff there, which I think is where that micro switch is, which is maybe sticking, which is why the pump's running. So anyway, this is repugnant as fuck. So I'm gonna clean off the gook and shit outside, because this is nasty as fuck, and this is done for science and the betterment of mankind. And I'm gonna see if I can find this micro switch, because I couldn't find any videos about it other than diagrams and descriptions. And then I'll give you a better shot of that, and then maybe that will help you with your problem if your Saniflo is constantly running. They said it could be the macerating stuck, but there's nothing in there. They said it could be the outlet tube, which I pulled off and looks clear. So I'm gathering it's, I don't know what the fuck that float thing does. It's some kind of sight window on the outside, I guess, to show you it's pumping, but there's no switches there. So it's probably something down in that nasty fucking section right there. So let me go get nasty, and I'll be back. Here's the update. Just unsnapped this cover on the top right here. Little clips came off. Pump's clear. Kind of rinsed it out and shit outside. There was on here two little clips that I squeezed together, and then that's these little black clips right here. So they sit up in there, and then you squeeze the top, or you squeeze these together. You just unhook them, pull them down on both sides. I was going to try and get just this pump out, but then I realized, even though I slipped this through the grommet here, that if I tried to lift the pump out, there's wires that run through here. So you have to pull the whole thing out. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking that little bolt out there, and that one there, which you disconnect from in there and in there. And one thing I saw in another video is where these screws come into a little bolt right here. You want to make sure you don't drop those into their macerator and try and chew those up. So we're going to take those two bolts out, and hopefully with this loose wire we can pull this pump out and get it set down. Don't you love the stage lighting? Alright, so front bolt there, front bolt there, and there's actually a bolt on the back over there, right in the back, which is good. I mean, if you do anything for building or structures, you know, a triangle, boom, 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 it's a good firm base. So I took those out, and I was able just to lift the unit up and put it down. So that's where we're at here. This light sucks. This light sucks. You got enough light? Yeah, we'll see. Alright, so here's the pumpy out of it. There's some wonderful suits you can get on sale for $5.99 or some shit. And then where's the switch we're looking for? Hold on, people. Fuck. Pull the plug. I didn't have to. Alright, so I'm thinking that micro switch is up in there, because that's just the base of the pump. And those U-clips that I took out from here, I didn't have to, so we'll put them in while it's here. And then we'll pull that off and see if that micro switch is under there. Because I think that was what the issue actually was, because it kept on pumping and wouldn't stop. So that be's where we's at. Here's my best guess. So I flip the pump over, and this little black cover is on the back here. And this looks like the micro switch is in here because you can hear the click. On, off, on, off. So if this was constantly running, the switch would be stuck up. Which means maybe, because this was sealed quite well and there's nothing dirty in there, maybe it's just something bad with this rubber. Or it could be where that pump was under there. I'm going to tell you something. When I clean this out, just threw it in the garbage. It's some kind of like construction debris or something that was in there. There was a, see, the fucking light's fucking me up. It was like this hard, rocky piece of shit. And it was in there on that side, the right side where the pump would be. So I'm wondering if maybe that couldn't drop down because this was in the way. Might have been some like something from the slop sink that's there that I poured down there in the drain and it came through and then it just solidified. Because that's not poop. There might have been something construction wise that got poured down this drain and this sink here. Because it's just a slop sink in a basement, you know. And I'm thinking that was obstructing this from dropping down and was holding it up, keeping the switch on. So I think I'll put it back together and I'll see, but I can hear the switch here. Clickety clickety click, fine. So I actually don't think it was the micro switch. I think it was something in the toilet. This crusty, sandy, I don't know if I did plaster or what the fuck I did. But so that's what the pump looks like. So now I'll put this nasty fucking thing back together. Then I'll probably go vomit and drink about 5 fucking beers. This is some repugnant shit. And we'll see what happens. I put it all back together. I did cycle it one time. Put some water in the sink, water in the bathtub, let it flow in there, water in here, dumped it once. And so far, the pump turns off. So, like I said, I think the issue was I have this slop sink. I do a lot of shit repairs and cleaning paintbrushes and all kinds of shit. There's actually some debris that was in here. And I think that debris went down the pipe. Probably just poured in and pushed in right here. And then right here is where that pump micro switch lever is. So I think what happened was that built up or solidified or something was holding the switch in the up position. So it is what it is. This thing's been in here for about 7 or 8 years. You know, it's not a full-time use thing, but so far it's held up, so I'm happy with it. Hope this helps. Like I said, couldn't find anything on the micro switch. How the fucking get to it, whatever. It's a repugnant ass job, but it is what it is. Money saved.